Greetings, my name's Scott, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to oil your cutting board. Later on, I'll talk to you about how to clean and care for your cutting board, because care of your cutting boards is important. If you don't care for wood, bad things will happen, and then your husband's going to have to do some work. Or your wife, whichever. I don't judge. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, maybe your mom, maybe it's your dad. I don't know. So one of the things that can happen is that if you don't, you can see I've already applied a liberal amount of food safe mineral oil. But what can happen if you don't properly care for your board is it can split and splinter and crack, and eventually it'll break. And then somebody's going to have to do a number like this to it to fix it. You see, so what I did here is I cut. It broke here, but these were already badly cracked as well. This is like a 60-year-old board right here. It belonged to my stepmother, God rest her soul. And so you can see I went ahead and ran the saw through here and cut that. I didn't have to do that here, but I did have to do some work sanding and getting it, to look right. But this is rosewood maple, and as you can see, I've oiled this. It didn't used to get a regular oiling, but I've decided to make the proper care of all wood items in this house my own personal objective. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to use our finger and our hand to smear this all over. I'm just kidding. We're going to use a spatula, and you're going to take the oil and you're going to pull it down. See how I'm doing that? I'm pulling it into the wood. See, this way I'm pushing it in. Scrape that way, pull this way. Okay. Kind of lowering the spatula to really press this stuff down into the wood, and that'll get, the more oil we can force into this wood, my personal opinion is, the better. Someone else may have different knowledge or a different opinion, and you're welcome to state it in your own video or make a comment on this video that say, hey Scott, more oil can actually weaken the wood. Well, I don't think so, but I'll beg to differ, because I think that the moisture adds. You got a cat meowing in the background. It's so funny. More moisture. So anyway, more moisture adds more strength to the wood, and this is end grain, so you can see. I mean, eventually, I could push oil all the way through to the other side, I suppose. This is rosewood though, so that's some really dense grain stuff. This wood's really brittle. You don't ever want to drop a cutting board like this, because it could just shatter, right? You're like, what? Wood shatter? Yeah, wood can shatter. Throw some ebony on the floor if you don't believe me, or throw it against a cement block, or throw it down on your granite countertop. And so I'm just going to, basically just apply this back and forth. One good way to do it is just to kind of go the whole length of the way here, back and forth, just to get it spread out, right? And then you can go this way, and this way. And that's the oil I'm using it. I got it at one of these cooking shops, like a Surla table or something like that. I forget where it was. All right, and that's it. I'm just going to do that, and then once I get this all nicely coated, and I feel like I've really gotten all this into the wood, I'll just wipe off the excess with a towel. But first I want to get, I won't rub it, I won't like seriously vigorously rub it. I'll just wipe gently off the excess, and the rest it'll just dry. It'll soak into the wood the rest of the way. All right, that's it. I'll come back with another video on how to clean this thing.